Hello and welcome back to Ravenstorm Studios, and today I will be doing something a bit different. I am going to be cooking some donuts that a friend of mine sent me the recipe to, and I I made them and they were quite well received. So this is the second time making them. Um, it's it's very important before we go into the video to mention that you should do a couple of donuts first in the oil to test how hot it is, and make sure to wait a little while, because it does take a few minutes for the insides to fully solidify after you've cooked them, so it might seem like they're a bit undercooked when they're not, so just wait a minute or two first, I think. And without further ado, let's begin the video. So, first what we do is we grab 3 cups of self-raising flour and add them to a large bowl. 3 cups of self-raising flour to 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Now, here I have doubled the recipe, so it's 4 cups of flour and 2 cups of Greek yogurt. Now, I actually had to add some extra yogurt, so really just go with the 2 cups and then a little more. As you can see here, I had to add a bit more. But really, it's until you're getting that until you're getting a texture that you can easily mold with your hands, that isn't too crunchy, I guess, flaky. And then once you're done with that, and you've stirred it all together with a large spoon, place the dough onto a floured countertop and knead. You're going to need a bit of you're going to need quite a bit of flour for this, so I'd suggest getting a decent bit more than you're going to need to make the actual recipe. Now, this double batch made more than enough, but you can scale it as much as you want. Now, here we get it needed some more kneading. But after it's done kneading, what we do is we get a piece of Glad wrap, spray it with cooking oil, and let the dough rest for 45 minutes. Then, once that's done, we grab small balls of the dough like this, and we can then use those to deep fry, which you will see in a second. You need to get the oil nice and hot, and I recommend having a covering of newspaper on the floor so that you don't get it everywhere. Now, here's the deep frying, the good part. As you can see, just pop them in with a strainer and mix it around in the oil quite a bit. After this, what I did was I tested some, as you can see here. So what you're looking for is cutting it open and it not being very gooey inside, and on the outside what you're looking for is quite a light texture. These first couple are slightly overdone on the outside, but by the end you'll get the hang of it. So don't be too disappointed if the first 1 or 2, or even 3 or 4 don't turn out perfectly. You'll get the hang of it eventually. And what I did after I had them finished with the deep frying was I left them overnight because it was getting quite late. And you would probably want to leave them to cool a while first. But what I did was I used a mixture of cinnamon and sugar, and I just coated them in that, and they were amazing. So I hope this recipe can help you if you ever need to make some donuts. It does need quite a lot of oil. In that pan, I used about 2 liters. But in the end, it did make quite a lot of donuts. Okay, I think that's all I've needed to say. So I might leave you with some music for the last 30 seconds or so, and go. Bye!